So we can start with our prayers straight at 9 o'clock. Can I just ask Alexander, Gabrielle and Patricia Baxter just to say hello, so you're brought to the front screen, the first screen, so we can all see you. So good morning.
Good morning.
If you give a wave. Thank you. And Alexander, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, wonderful.
Shall we start?
Yeah.
Okay, it's 9 o'clock. We're going to try to keep very much to the time this morning, but we have to always leave space for the Spirit to guide us. But this morning, our prayers, well, first, let me welcome everyone, wherever you're joining us from, whatever part of the globe, because we reach across continents, share love and share monastic wisdom with all. And it's a delight, as always, to begin the week at Benedict's Well. So our prayer leaders this morning are Patricia, who joins us from Australia and one of our Australian oblates, and Alexander Gabriel from Indonesia. And it's wonderful to have you with us. So over to you both.
God, come to our assistance.
Oh Lord, make haste to help us.
Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit.
As it was in the beginning, is now, and will be forever. Amen.
So the reading for today comes from John Main's Community of Love. Turning aside from every created thing, we find ourselves in the Creator. And finding ourselves in the Creator, we find ourselves in harmony with all creation. I think it is of enormous importance for all of us as we begin our monastic life, to be clear that every one of us is called to fullness of being, to the fullness of God Himself. What that means is that every one of us is called to know God with God's own self-knowledge. None of us can understand that fully. None of us can understand the magnificence of our vocation as Christians. But we can all enter into the experience of it by knowing God with the human knowledge of Jesus Christ. That is the call of each of us.
Heavenly Father, open our hearts to the silent presence of the Spirit of your life. Lead us into the mysterious silence where your love is revealed to all who call. Ma, Ra, Na, Da. Come, Lord Jesus.
That brings us to the end of our time of meditation. Thank you, Alexander, for introducing that lovely cultural nuance of the chimes. It was lovely to hear that. And now have the pleasure of introducing our speakers. One speaker and one witness. Gloria Duffy, our Australian Oblate coordinator, once said to me, these online gatherings offer us the opportunity to give form to a name and to hear the wisdom and feel the love that that person has to share. Well, I know Jean's name is familiar to many outside the US, and so we have the opportunity today of giving form to that name, to see the form and to hear the wisdom and the love that Jean is going to share. And hopefully after Jean, we will have Brother Jim Caffrey, a Cistercian monk from US, join us, but he can't join until later. So Jean, over to you.
Eileen, thank you very much. And thanks to Jesse for helping me get this organized. I wanted to offer some reflections on our longing for community. And then I was going to give a little bit of my background and how I came to be an oblate. We are conceived in community. God is present, the man and woman are present, and it is through the love that God has for us that this is possible. We are also born in community. God is with us as we come into this world. During our time in the womb, we are aware of the closeness of God's love through our being one with our mother. It is true that not all seem to have a wholesome experience as they grow in the womb, but I think we are all aware on some level of the love of God as we grow. And I think that this is what sustains us. And once we have this experience, no matter how long we live, we will always know it at some level. After we are born, we become aware of the world around us, and we have the urge to explore. For most, early on, we have this sense of wonder about our surroundings. And if we are lucky, our parents help us to develop the confidence to explore. However, as we do this, we start to lose sight of the experience of love that we knew in our conception and our early life. And so our exploring becomes a search for the experience of love we knew. In this search, there are many experiences that leave us disappointed, and even a feeling of betrayal because the happiness and wonder of the worldly experiences are limited and fleeting. We spend the majority of our lives on earth in this search because there is this insatiable longing that we have to return to the point of knowing that God loves us and is with us. St. Augustine says, "O beauty ever ancient, ever new, too late have I loved you. I was outside and you were within me, and I never found you until I found you within myself." Eileen suggested that we explore the archetype of the monk. We can see in the rule of St. Benedict the point of community, the importance of community. John Main says this about the rule. The rule of St. Benedict for the monastery has as its aim to create a society where there is harmony and order, so that the seeking of God may go forward untroubled and unhindered. I think the archetype of the monk is that of a seeker. My first experience with Christian meditation was in 1993 at a retreat with Father Lawrence Freeman in Jacksonville, Florida. After the first meditation period, I knew I had to learn to do this, and I asked Father Lawrence what I needed to do in order to learn Christian meditation. And he said that I should make myself a disciple of John Main. As I started to learn about Christian meditation, I realized that I had been searching for this all my life, even before I knew that I was looking. I learned that the WCCM provided an opportunity to become an oblate. So I began my novitiate in 2004, and I made my final oblation in 2006. Growing up as a Catholic, I'd been curious about the priesthood, but I knew I couldn't do that, and I knew very little about the monastic life. The WCCM Oblate Path provided the opportunity for me to make a religious vow as a layperson, and I realized this was an opportunity that I'd been looking for. This was the opportunity I'd been looking for. I experienced the beauty and wonder of Christian meditation, and I had the opportunity to meet people from all over the world. John Main's prophetic statement that meditation creates community has been borne out, as we have seen, in how the WCCM was formed and how it is growing. And the WCCM is fulfilling the aim of the rule, which is to create a society where there is harmony and order, so that the seeking of God may go forward untroubled and unhindered. One of the most interesting things to me is how people who commit to this practice bring their skills, experiences, and resources to the community to help the community to continue to develop and grow in all walks of life. Historically, oblates have had a physical monastery where they could participate in and support the activities of the monastery. Through the spread of Christian meditation, we have experienced the development of a monastery without walls, in which Christian meditation is practiced in groups throughout the world. And now we have a home in Bonneau where we can participate in the activities of the community that help us stay united in the Spirit. It constantly amazes me that people will spend their time and money to participate in meditation groups, retreats, programs, and online programs like this meeting. Christian meditation also inspires countries to help each other to share John Main's teaching. We in the US and Canada have been able to help Sister Ruth Montrachad and her team in Trinidad in the Caribbean share this teaching throughout that region. And Sister Ruth is one of these people. I grew up with sisters like Sister Ruth in Catholic school, and when they ask you to do something, you can only say yes. Well, now she has all the bishops in the Caribbean having Christian meditation taught in the schools. And it's quite amazing how she's been able to do that. Many of my closest friends are in the world community. I grew up in Beaumont, Texas, which is a smaller town near Houston. And I never dreamed I would know people from all over the world and have had the wonderful experiences that I've had participating in the world community. And I think my favorite thing in sharing this teaching is seeing people come to realize what a wonderful gift Christian meditation is. So I want to thank you all, and I want to thank Eileen and Jesse for having me offer my reflections because I think it's always a great blessing to have the opportunity to share this teaching. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Jean. That was a very, very uplifting and very enlightening. And I think it's very evident from what you've shared here, the place that WCCM and the Oblate community hold in your heart. And we reach out across and around the globe to share that love and that monastic archetype whenever we are able, and please God, most evidently through our lives. But I don't know, Julia, have we got our witness Jim Caffrey with us? Jim, are you with us? I don't know if we have, if Jim is yet able to join us. So I don't know what you think that we should do now. Julia, any thoughts? I can't hear you. But I wonder if anybody would like to raise their hand and just say that they would like to share something of their experience of meeting at Benedict's Well on a Monday morning and what it means to you to be here, because we have so many faithful participants on a weekly basis. This is our time for sharing whilst we wait for brother Jim to join us. Oh, we got Magda here. If you unmute yourself, Magda, please.
I would just like to say in a few words that more and more I recognize, just to build on Jean, that it is in community that we are saved. And it is such a gift to meet with all of you every Monday morning and to feel, I've always wanted to pray with everybody at the same time, and peace in the world, because I grew up in wartime. So peace has always been something that I've been searching for. And I thought, to build peace, you have to pray together, everybody. And when you pray together, everybody, it's inner peace, but it's outer peace, and you spread the peace and you spread the love, and peace is because of the love. And every time I meditate with this group, I feel it's like being carried on that love and on that peace. And it's the presence of Christ in each one of us that is really shining through, that you cannot, well, you just feel it. And so I'm so grateful for this group and for being able to do that, and feeling that I am getting so much out of it. And I'm also not giving personally, but as a group, we're furthering that love and that peace in the world.
Thank you, Magda. And on my screen under you, I see Kathy Harris, and I'm delighted to see you here. And I wonder, Kathy, if you would just, whilst we're filling in time, because I hope to get you to share more fully at a later stage, just a little bit about the school and how we try to share the wisdom of Father John that way. Are you happy to do that, Kathy?
I'm thinking maybe I'm the wrong Kathy.
Are you? Two
Yes,
Kathy Harrises then?
yeah, I think there is I know there is a Kathy in charge of the school. It is not me.
Okay.
It's way beyond anything I could do. So I'm sorry.
No.
I know there's another Kathy, same spelling, so it's easy to
Well,
get confused.
that's wonderful. I've had an opportunity to meet you and to introduce you to 140 other people that are here with us this morning. So don't be, you know,
Well,
that was a meeting meant to be.
I suppose I will say one thing, if I may, about Jean, about our friend Jean who spoke.
Wonderful.
I found WCCM through the internet, looking all over, and I searched all over for other folks and could not find any. So I went to Florida to my first retreat, and he helped lead it. And it turned out I was looking for the person in charge of US. I live in New Jersey, and the person in charge happened to live 7 miles from me, according to Jean. I didn't know that. So Jean said one thing that has always stuck with me in that retreat when he talked about all the different pieces and I was trying to understand meditation. He said, if you want to be a more loving person, meditate. And so of all the many things in my small brain, that is what has stuck in my heart. And I always credit my friend Jean with that. So I will add that.
Thank you, Kathy. Another pearl of great price you've shared there this morning. And I agree with you. Jean's talk this morning, I bet, is another reflection of the way that he has shared his love for meditation throughout his time as an oblate and before. Because Jean, I know you have been very active within the WCCM community. Would you just like to share a little bit about that, Jean?
Sure. Like I said, I met Father Lawrence in 1993, and then I became interested as I was learning how to do this in sharing this. And one of the things that I thought was sharing it with young people. And so I talked to a sister at the local high school, Catholic high school, and she let me come once a year to share. And then as time went on, I became interested, and the opportunities were available to be a regional coordinator in the U.S. and then the national coordinator later. I was involved in the school, and I think, Eileen, you were thinking about Kathy Day, who's in Australia. Yes. Yeah, she's the coordinator now, but being involved in the school and, getting to work with Kim Nataraja, it was an amazing experience. The effort, and again, I said in my talk, the effort that people make to be with each other, the time they spend, the money they spend is just amazing. And it's all based on this one simple teaching of, John Main's teaching. And, it's a constant blessing and just a wonderful thing to appreciate is when somebody decides that Christian meditation is real important in their life. And so, over the years, any opportunity I could find to share that is really what's been inspiring me. And again, I'm from a smaller town in Texas, and I never dreamed I would be, even in a meeting like this. I have to pinch myself, I just think I'm not in the right place, but I keep coming back. So
Thanks be to God. So, and thank you for that correction on the name. So I will look out for Kathy Day, but that will be for a future time. I don't know, Julia, have we got Jim with us yet? I can't hear you. Well, I don't know if the feeling is that we close at this point, and I will contact Jim by email.
Perhaps while you
Is someone sharing? I can't.
this is Kim Nataraja.
Okay, Kim.
I just want, since while you get hold of Jim, I just wanted to thank Jean for that beautiful confirmation of how we're born in community. I thought that was very inspiring, and gave me a different perspective. And also,
Går det bra? Det går bra, ja. Ja, ja, ja. Nå har jeg god tid, og det er så godt å ha god tid når man skal grave.
Carry on, Kim.
And Jean and I met because Jean invited me to come as part of the school when it was called in those days, the International Coordinator. And the beauty of our community is that you meet people you've never met before, but yet you feel you know them and they're your friends.
Yes.
And it's absolutely wonderful. And Jean and I have been friends now for many years. And although I no longer lead the school, we still keep in touch, which shows his commitment to the community, which is wonderful.
Yes.
When I traveled for the school, it was everywhere the same. Wherever you went, you just felt at home. The first moment you'd meditated together, you were at home. Everyone knew you. You knew everyone, and it's really beautiful that now we can do this online because
Yes.
I no longer travel. And so I miss this sense of community, the sense of meeting people frequently.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful that we can do it now in this way.
Yes, wonderful.
So it's a great gift. So thank you, Jean, and thank you, Eileen, and all those who help you make this possible.
Yes. Well, thank you very much for that, Kim. That affirmation of all that Jean has offered to the community and continues to, and to continue to witness to that love and the teaching of Father John and the wisdom of the scriptures and just the life lived guided by the rule as an oblate. But I see that I don't think that Brother Jim has joined us. So I think on that beautiful point, Julia, it might be worth that we bring today's session to a close. Can I hand over to you, please? I would like to say before we close, if anybody here present would like to offer a talk or would like to be a witness, then please either contact JM as the contact person for this group, or else contact me direct. As the International Oblate Coordinator, I have an email, ioc@wccm.org. Have a good week and keep safe and well, everyone.
Julia, we can't hear you.
May the divine assistance remain always with us and with our absent guardians and sisters. Amen. Thank you.